How to avoid unwanted pregnancy? The best way to avoid unwanted pregnancy is total abstinence, but if you're sexually active, the best solution will be the use of contraceptives. But not always methods of contraception are always reliable, so you have to be very careful. In addition to helping young people prevent pregnancy, society must ensure their environment as a whole fosters reproductive and sexual health, including full access to health care, health information, and educational opportunities.
An unintended pregnancy is a pregnancy that is misdefined, unplanned, or unwanted at the time of conception. It is a core concept to better understand the fertility of population and the unmet need for contraception, birth control, and family planning. If a pregnancy is not planned before conception, a woman may not be in optimal health for childbearing. For example, women with an unintended pregnancy could delay prenatal care that may affect the health of the baby. Young people face many challenges to sexual health beyond pregnancy, including STIs and HIV, unhealthy relationships, developing sexuality, and mental health issues. Many women who were having unwanted pregnancy, most of the times when they pass through all the hardest part of it, they don't regret about having her baby, but some of them do, because they didn't want to carry with the responsibility and also think having her babies had ruined their lives. So it is important to reflect about it.
How can you prevent a future unwanted pregnancy? Teenage pregnancy is a rather frightening reality that can change your life in an instant. The good news is that teenage pregnancy is avoidable. By not having sex, you never risk getting pregnant. If you do decide to have sex, it's best to stay informed about what you can do to avoid unwanted pregnancy. Here are some advices of how to avoid. Don't give in to peer pressure. Many teenagers can feel left out when their friends start having sex. However, if you do stand your ground and wait until you know you are ready, you'll be glad of it. It means you have waited for the right person at the right time. Everyone develops at different rates, both physically and mentally, so don't feel that you should be raising your peers for things like having sex. The only 100% safe way to avoid pregnancy is to not have sex, so you shouldn't feel bad for not wanting to go through with something. Understand the effectiveness of different forms of birth control. Some work better than others, and some are preferred by different people for different reasons. For example, wearing a condom fails about 17% of the time. The pill and the patch have about an 8% chance of causing pregnancy with typical use. Inserting devices or IUDs fails less than 1% of the time. Another advice is to know what to do if a pregnancy occurs. If you think that there is a chance that you or your partner might be pregnant, you get a pregnancy test as soon as possible. The only thing you'd be able to do to avoid a teenage pregnancy if you were pregnant is to abort the baby. However, it's important to be aware of other options available to you, such as getting the baby adopted or choosing to keep and raise the baby yourself. Don't leave anything to chance. If you have had sex and either you didn't use protection or your protection wasn't effective, then don't leave it to chance. Get hold of the Plan B, contraceptive morning after pill, which can prevent a possible pregnancy within 3 days of sexual intercourse. Although the sooner you have it, the more effective it will be.
What experts think about it? Most American families want a child. To achieve this, the average woman spends about 5 years pregnant, postpartum, or trying to become pregnant, and 3 decades more than 3/4 of her reproductive life. Trying to avoid unwanted pregnancy. Most individuals and couples want to plan the activity and spending on their childbearing, and to avoid unwanted pregnancies for a range of social and economic reasons. In addition, unintended pregnancy has a public health impact. Birth results from unintended or closely spaced pregnancies are associated with adverse maternal and child health outcomes, such as delayed prenatal care, premature birth, and negative psych. Currently, about half of the 6.6 billion pregnancies in the United States each year are unwanted. For this reason, reducing the unintentional pregnancy rate is a national public health goal. Premature birth and negative physical and mental health effects for child. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Healthy People campaign aims to reduce unwanted pregnancy by 10% for 49% of pregnancies to 45% of pregnancy over the next 10 years.
What can our community do to solve this problem? We think that the problem with unwished pregnancy is that the women don't get informed about how to take care of themselves. The government should create more organizations so they can give free information in the streets or even our houses. I think that this could solve the problem because when you ask a woman why she got pregnant, she is going to answer that she didn't know how to take care of herself. I think that another way to solve this is that parents should speak to their daughters about how to take care of themselves, to talk about the consequences of their acts. The saddest thing of a wished pregnancy is that a lot of women decide to abort.